be live streaming. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sam, Kevin, Peggy, Toby, all you guys, Celine, Stellan, Lucio, Paolo. Yeah, if you can get your screen on, we'd love to see your faces. You feel like you're not ready for it, it's okay. But we'd love to see your beautiful faces every morning. That's right. And whatever you have on top. That's right, Sam. So, all right. Well, welcome everyone. Every Monday we do a 9 o'clock we huddle call here to share announcements, share our wins. So, cut yourself to share 30 seconds. What really share some wins? Let's motivate the team. No complaints. I don't want to hear complaints. That's another call, right? This call is about sharing wins, raising your digital hand, getting ready. We're going to have Paul kick it off in a minute, but let's share some announcements. All right. Slides. All right. So we got our slides going. Well, like I mentioned, we huddle. We Partners Network. Mission vision is still growing. Is excited for that. Build Dallas. If you were here and you missed it, guess what? It's on live stream. I recorded it. YouTube flagged one of my day two video for some reason. I don't know if the speakers were cussing too much that it flagged it or the music. So I got to figure out how to download that video and I'll repost it and boom it up a little bit. So, but Build Dallas, thank you for Erico for driving all the way up from Houston to support us, and then Debbie Tran from Austin that came up on others. So it was a great event. If you missed it, I hope you felt FOMO because there were big leaders out there. I was honored to be on stage with Brent Gove and Gene Frederick. These are our biggest leaders in EXP, and I got to sit sandwiched right in between them. And this was a dream I had 5.5 years ago when I met them on stage at the Build conference when they did the huge event with Tony Robbins, and just grateful for being on that stage. And you got to set your mind to it, and these conferences are volunteer. We all volunteer for this. We haven't even divvied up the expenses. And these leaders they help cover some of the costs as well. But we try to sell tickets. I did invest a lot of tickets as well. We invited a lot of guests, and the power of the invite. So, Faith in Real Estate Wednesday and Thursdays. Contact Lucia for that. They have a weekly gathering and just kind of playing for the group. If you need that player in your life, guess what? There's a group for that. Partners in Prosperity, August 11th. Make sure you schedule that out and invite to this event in South Lake. Tuesday coffee meetups out in Grapevine. Teresa and June and others do a coffee event every Tuesday. Contact them if you want to be a part of that group and just try to help and share. You can make your own flyer for these things. Just invite people. As you know, every Friday we do a coffee event here at the local Good Coffee. This is where I kind of office out pretty much every day. So come and invite. You don't have to use this flyer. You can create your own flyer. Evelyn Chang, Toby, others create their own flyer to invite people to this. And if you feel like 8:30 is too early for you, come later on. Or if you want to extend it out, go ahead and extend it out. Meet with people. It's okay. This is a real estate event that we just get people together. All right. So Tuesday and Wednesday this week, I signed up for Mike Sherrard's AI class on Claude, and instead of just being on a Zoom call by myself, I said, well, why don't we just live stream this at the office? So if anyone wants to come to the office in Plano, it's going to be for 2 days, August 4th and the 5th, from 10 to 12. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can watch it, and bring your laptop so we can do a workshop. Because I'm there learning because my Claude game is basically zero. I'm a Chat GPT guy. Chat's not the only AI app out there, and Claude is doing a lot more things useful. What I've been hearing and what I've been seeing as well. So I just signed up to schedule my time out for 2 hours for these 2 days, and we'll live stream it at the office. So if you want to come by, just swing by. Please don't share this out because it's not a public live stream because this is his own workshop. I'm just doing it internally for the group. All right. If you're in Denver, if you know anyone in Denver, let me know. Would love to give them a ticket as a guest for this build conference. So I'm gonna go to a build conference. The Girls with Grit and EXP is hosting it. Well, when these three ladies do something, they do it well, and I'm excited to participate and be at their build conference out in Denver and see how they do things. Um, all right. Well, Salt Lake City. Just make sure we get on to Salt Lake City in Utah, and we have other stuff going on. And I think we're missing the slides, Ella, for the North Texas events. So we're gonna also, it could be hidden or somewhere, but so remember this, August 18th, our managing broker will be here in Dallas and we're gonna do a potluck event. Maybe we'll call it back to schools, I don't know, end of summer, whatever you want to call it. But we're doing a meet and greet potluck at the office. So it's going to be a great way for you can uh, meet people. And then the CRE Tuesday, check that out. Go to, there is a commercial event that happens every month with another group. Check that out on Joseph Wingert's website. It could be there as well. What else was there? And then 19th, we'll be at Metrotex, sorry, in Dallas. So if you're in the Dallas area, Metrotex will have a events and it's free. So make sure you invite to that as well. So, all right, that's enough for announcements. Glad to see everyone's faces. Hi, Daisy. Sorry about I saw your gas issue or diesel issue with that truck. Yes, she has a huge truck. So, um,
Oh, it
I'm
was
glad that you,
horrible. I was so mad. I was so
it's
angry.
okay.
And the
I could,
cops didn't come to like an hour later. I was like, what are y'all doing? I would have been dead. I could have had a heart attack, you know?
I know, got that baby, got that baby.
I
I would have
know.
just, I would have just Ubered.
I didn't even think of that.
I know, I know. Well, I don't know where the Uber's gonna pick you up because it's on the highway, right? So they don't know where to
Yeah.
pick you up. So it's okay.
Yeah, but it
I'm
was
glad.
dangerous because I was like
Yeah,
right so close to all the other cars. I was like sitting on the horn the whole time. It was
yeah,
horrible.
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you're safe. All right, Paul Roberts, let's kick us off and tell us what's going on, man.
Thank you, brother.
What's exciting you?
Oh man, everything's exciting me. But first and foremost, thank you for the event you put on these last couple of days with Build 26. Everybody, if you've never put on an event like this, there's tons of anxiety on so many levels putting up an event like this from, you is everything set up? Do we have everything? Do we have the speakers set up? Do we have this set up? Do we have this? And then the last anxiety is, oh shit, are people going to show up? And that's literally a real anxiety. So understand, just do me a favor, just give Daniel a hug. You don't got to say nothing to him. Just give him a hug. Thank him for all the work that he put into the last couple of days because it is a stress mine. Because you have to, and then you got all the people that helped with Daniel to get everything off the ground. They're stressed and they're dealing with stress, and everybody's dealing with something. So, tons of work put into that. Thank you, Daniel, for putting that off. It's an honor that we get to watch you put in all those hours and show how grateful you are to really what you have on your hands with the EXP opportunity. It's massive, and your gratitude shows in your work. A lot of people, Daniel, say, "Well, I got so much gratitude towards Daniel. I got so much gratitude towards Brittany, or I got so much gratitude towards." Prove it with your actions. Sometimes I love words. I'm okay with words. I think we should all express words beautifully. However, sometimes we need to prove it with our action. You know what? Maybe some of y'all want to go out and set some crazy goals this week and get a couple of buyers, get a couple of sellers, and call Daniel and say, "Hey, man, because of that meeting you tirelessly worked on so hard to get off the ground, I went out and did something amazing this week. I got another seller, I got another buyer, I listed an agent, whatever it may be." But show him the gratitude that way, please, because it'll put a smile on his face knowing he spent so much time away from his family, so much time away from the normal stuff he has to do. I think him and his family own 72 buildings in the Plano area. I love the number 72, by the way. Tina's got 72 listings. But anyhow, so give him a hug and show him with some gratitude, with some action, crazy action. And that's what I'll say. Listen, we're probably 36 hours removed from build. If you haven't spent some quiet time by yourself with some actionable items, some things you're actually going to implement, The convention, you're part of the many that go to convention. I've been going to conventions like this for 20 years, and you're part of the many of that go to conventions. Just talk about how great it felt. That feeling's going to wear off by Tuesday of this week, if not today. What actionable items, what are you going to implement? What are you going to put into place from what you learned? One thing I've already put into place, and Scribner and I are already doing it, is we have already started to begin to fill up our school community for training purposes, and we're excited. And I've already implemented some of them. I implemented some of them there, sent them to Brandon there, and say, check this out, man. This is what we're going to put into our school community. So please, implementation is the key to everything that Daniel worked his butt off to get this a successful week. Implementation's it, activities it. So please implement some things. Talk about the implementation things you're going to do, not just how great you felt. I want you to feel great. I love feeling great. Believe me, trust me. But what are we going to implement? What are we going to do? And just so you know, Daniel, you 100% got kicked off YouTube because of the music, not because of cussing. You can cuss all day on YouTube. It was definitely the music. They don't play around with the music. They will shut you down in a heartbeat on YouTube.
Yeah.
But thank you, Daniel.
No,
Seriously.
the next time I know when I do a live stream for like 8 hours, I know during lunch when it's like a whole hour of music, just take off that mic and mute it, and then
Yeah.
go from there. So, but we'll fix that. We'll get that. Get that going. And Ton I think was in Europe watching it. So there was at least I think I saw 20 people on the live stream. So it was good. I mean, whatever it's there. And it was good to capture that. So thank you. Take it away.
Oh, hey, good morning, everybody. Before we get started, I just want to really take a moment to say thank you for everyone who made Build 26 such an incredible event. To the organizers, speakers, sponsors, volunteers, everyone working behind the scenes. There was so much going on, but I was just really amazed by the heart and the willingness to serve. And events like this don't happen by accident. They happen because people step up. So thank you, Tina, for bringing me in and telling me about the volunteer opportunities. And if you guys are at home, like, I don't know what to do, get involved, volunteer, do something, call me, call Tina, call Paul, let Brandon, Daniel, you got so many people you can go, hey man, what can I do? Because I guarantee you're going to make connections and you're going to realize you're part of this village. Like there was a girl there almost in tears that we'd been talking to. And I said, yeah, you're not doing this alone, girl. You've got a whole family, whether you want us or not. Here we are. So it really does a lot. And I did an interview with Russ, who's our VP, and I asked him, I said, what is one belief that you had to let go of to make you the successful person you are today? And you know what he said? He said, the fact that I know I can pick up a phone and call anybody and that I am enough. And if nobody ever tells you you're not enough, they're wrong because you are enough. But you gotta reach out. You gotta be there. You gotta show up and you gotta step up. So that's absolutely, I would encourage you to volunteer. Oh, sorry. And but one of my biggest takeaways for Build was from Gene. And this is the thing too, because we do get stuck. Okay. So he said, send 10 text messages. Like he said, pull out your phone right now. I want you to send 10 text messages. So I did. So I got a coffee with another agent for agent attraction that I kind of forgot. And then I generated 5 new leads and I scheduled 20 follow-up phone calls for this week. And it was such a simple challenge. But if you're stuck, send 10 text messages to somebody. You're not bothering them. They want to hear from you, whether even if it's just, hey, I was thinking of you. Just do that. Let's take that energy from Build and reach out, make the calls, send the text, volunteer, build relationships, talk to people in grocery stores. I can't tell you how many leads I get from a grocery store. It's awesome. But anyway, thank you so much, Daniel, for building this platform and leaders and people that are stepping up. And listen, there's always room for more people to step up. So just step up. All right. Y'all have a great week.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Peggy. All right, Brandon, quick wins. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? First off, should reiterate everyone's point. Appreciate you, Daniel, for all the work you put in, man. For Build, even today, and just all the things you've done in the past and the things you will do in the future. Couple wins. I just came back from Cancun last week. And it's funny how you have this saying in real estate, it's like, hey, you want business, go on vacation. When I left, I had a closing. When I was there, I got 2 new clients. And when I came back, I had a closing. So I'm going on more vacations, baby. This is great. But one of the other couple other wins as well is, first off, shout out to Paulo. Paulo and I have been working on attracting the agent over here. And I brought up the point of going to build within our group chat, but Paul is the one who sealed the deal. So it takes teamwork, man. And Paul has only been in the game for what, 30 days now, right? And he's already connected us with so many people. And he's already got his first transaction with his lease done as well. So shout out to Paulo on that. And it's Build was an amazing conference, man. Like there's so much nuggets that we got taken away and so many good information there, and but also how simple it could be. Like what Peggy's point, a simple text message. That's all it really takes. And you got to think outside the box. Like I brought 2 guests there. One of the guests was connected through Paulo. The other guest was someone I connected with my barber. And my barber actually connected with Peter Doan, who's actually joined the team. And the guy, his name is, I call him Mr. Luxury. Like it's just amazing watching the gears turn in their head. Like, holy cow, there is an amazing opportunity in front of us. And just watching unfold in front of your eyes is pretty amazing. And really, we have such a great opportunity in front of us. We would be doing such a disservice to other people if we didn't introduce it to others, because we can see how this thing changes lives. Why not ours? Why not theirs? Why can't we get a piece of this? Everything is for us to take. And if you look at it in the lens of I am helping somebody else, you will get much farther than just thinking selfishly. Of course, there's going to be great rewards that come out of it, but you get rewarded for the things that you do, the value you provide. So why not us? We can be on that stage. Why can't we be the next Brent Grove, the next Gene Frederick, whoever it is? It can be you. So ask yourself, why not? Why not me? So that's what I got out of it.
Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate it. Sorry, I was on mute. Sam.
What's up? What's up? All right, let me just share some nuggets here. So y'all remember my condo odyssey? I was looking for a cash buyer, didn't sell it yet, so we had to flip it over to rental. Got it rented. But through that process, one thing I wanted to push back on everybody, when we have a listing, we have that reverse prospecting ability to look at the listing, the buyer agent, and who they have as a buyer. So through that condo, we picked up a listing which was on the market 3 days ago, and we had our first open house on Sunday. And then from there, we had 10 people that came in, but we hit the phones very hard. We had about 900 people that has a reverse prospecting match. I'm not expecting 900 agents that has that. Even if it's 200, you know, myself and another agent of mine in my rev share team, we just hit the phone. We had it on market on Thursday. We simply called. And the thing is that you guys need to remember, we have a reason to call them. Ring, ring. Hey, Daniel, this is Sam. I've got a new listing on the market and you have a client match. Can I text you that detail? Maybe you can send them over on my Sunday open house. So you're accomplishing 2 things. You are trying to co-broke with them to get the property sold faster, but they're going to take your phone call. It's not a cold market call, right? So there's a reason for you to call them, and you build relationship and you deepen that. And then through that process, I knew the neighbors and everything. So I'm done with that. But the big picture, obviously, I couldn't get out to build in Dallas, but I'm going to try my best to do more of it. And we also have build in Boston in September. So make sure you come and volunteer. Spend a week if you've got friends, family in the New England area, and figure out how to leverage co-sponsorship, right? That is super, super huge. I'm still committed to get one done with me and Daniel and so on and so forth. I bought another agent through the last 2 weeks in California, but he's going to be a placeholder because he's got 8 listings. So the funny thing is it was a text message I sent to another friend back in 2018. He messaged me 3 weeks ago and said, "Hey, Sam, are you still looking for agents to connect with and so on and so forth? I said, yes. Well, I took him for a ride in my car. I'll just leave it at that. And then he never forgot about the car ride. And then we just stayed connected. And then out of the blue, he messaged me and I totally forgot, as well. But funny thing is that's how, relationship works. You just gotta keep on following up. So let me shut up and send it back to you, Daniel. Thank you.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it very much. You can see us in Denver. You can see Laura and us in Denver. All right, Laura, take it away, man. Milwaukee in the house.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I didn't attend Build this year. I been to the last, what, 2, 3 Dallas Builds. But Dale and I co-sponsored somebody finally. So officially now we are connected. All right. So that's awesome. And then
We've always
we're
been connected, man. We didn't need co-sponsor to be connected.
that's true. That's true. But now it's official. So yeah. But yeah, we'll be going to Build Denver at the end of August here. So if anybody's interested in coming out and joining us, hanging out with the Girls with Grit, Andy, I don't know if Andy's on the call right now, but we have an event planned with Andy as well. So it should be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna do on Friday night. We'll probably do something together, and then Saturday we'll go to the mountains. We'll see. We'll have we'll go up to the mountains. So if you want to come to that, just let us know, man. So, but if you have anyone in Colorado, no, Sam, no, this. All right. Anyways, Laura, thank you very much. Thank you for your leadership. Where are you at on your organization now?
So I have about 25-ish. I mean, my thing says 33, but some people left. So, yeah. But I'm actually bringing on somebody else actually in St. Louis, Missouri. So he's gonna be activating day now. So yeah, still working on building. So
That's right. So when Laura hits that 50 mark, Ian Flanagan said, "Get to your 50. Work hard to get to your first 50, because once you hit 50 agents." You'll see the snowball effect, because at 50, you have an organization. Out of the 50, you're going to have 1 or 2 leaders, your running partners, right? So from there, you'll start seeing the snowball effect. So I encourage you, if you really want to change lives, not just your life, but other people's lives, work hard to get to that first 50. And don't stop, because there are people like Laura said, there's people who drop off. It's okay. You have a goal. Get to your first 50, not 100, first 50. And then you'll start seeing duplication happen. You'll start seeing duplication happen at 5. But when you really get to 50, you really have a organization, just like a small church, right? You have to have at least 50 members, right? To start a church, in a sense, from a small group to a church. So same concept, get to that first 50, and you'll really see the effect. And you're going to be, and we're here to help you. You're not doing this alone. So, all right, Tina.
Good morning, everyone. So I just want to reiterate a little bit, a big shout out again to everybody on the planning committee, all the speakers, all these people volunteer their time for this. And it takes months, doesn't it, Daniel, to put together an event like that. And so I've heard some great things about this build. I've been a part of the planning committee now for 4 years, and I feel like we get better and better. But I'm just going to ask a favor. You've heard so many amazing things from the people who attended. So if you know someone that didn't attend, please invite them to our upcoming events. There's always some nugget. I've been in the business now 21 years. There's always nuggets that you can apply to your business, where you're constantly growing and evolving based on what the market is doing, right? And so another favor I would ask, as part of one who puts on these events, please don't wait till the last minute to sign up. That does create a lot of anxiety. So it's going to be awesome. Don't wait to see if your schedule opens up. Put it on, prioritize it now. Look at all the events that are coming up and put them on your schedule. And a way that you can do that is if you go to expntx.com, and it will have our schedule for the entire year. There's a few events coming up this year. One is going to be August 19th, Riches in the Niches. Okay. Daniel's got one coming up on Resi Mercial all the schedule is there. You can know what's coming up. You can stay informed. You can book the event, plan your schedule. Your schedule tells a lot about how you're prioritizing your time. So be sure to schedule those. And then the next thing is there's a lot of nuggets for that event. So how do you take all the things you learned and boil it down to what is my top 3 action items? And tackle those, and then from that go on. Set them in your plan. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? And how are you going to be able to track the progress of how you did? So those are just my nuggets. I have some amazing takeaways from that. Wins, everything comes in crazy at the same time. I have clients in town to show properties. I have new listings. It all happens at once. So I'm thinking next week I'm going to have a couple hours off. But I am grateful for each of you, for this community, for the wins I've got going on, too much time to share. And the win, honestly, can I just get it back to what's real? You guys are the win, the collaboration. I was sharing with an agent the other day, and they don't have this. And so I'm grateful for the collaboration and community. So high five to all of you.
Thank you, Tina. Yes, community is very important, right? And a lot of people don't understand, because just because we don't have a brick and mortar, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that we don't have community, and the community is what we build, right? Physical building, just like if you're a believer, like a church. Church is not a building. Church is the people. So similar to what we're doing, it's our community that we're building. So it's not a physical building, and if agents only think about the brick and mortar, they're getting it wrong. So same thing. Teresa, take it away.
Hello. Happy Monday, everyone. Of course, we all came back from Build. Everyone, thank you so much for the organizers for Build. It was so exciting, and there's so many great speakers. And I know so many of you already said everything. I really don't have a lot of things to add to that. Appreciation is the word. Gratitude, multitudes of gratitudes. But I just want to say one thing. One person that made a huge difference in my 2 days of event was Daniel. No doubt about it. Daniel was so good. I'm sorry. I have to say out loud, I love you, brother. At the most important moment, literally, I was videotaping with my phone in the middle of the speech of Brent Gove. And when he said, "This is how you do your revenue share," and my phone died. With Daniel, I was like running to the backstage and find Daniel, and Daniel was already standing there, extended his hand with the battery pack in his hand. He knew I was running to him for that battery. Oh, I love you so much. Thank you so much. He knew that I needed battery, or anyone who would need battery. He had it ready for you. So that's just how thoughtful and how dedicated Daniel is. You are my savior. Thank you so much. So I just want to let everyone know that we are so fortunate. We're so lucky to be with Daniel, to be friends with Daniel, to be under Daniel, or in his organization, to be here or surround him. He's such a valuable friend. I really appreciate that. My wins this past week, in addition to Build, I had quite a few leases leased out, and the tenants moving in because it's August 1st. It was so busy. There's things that you had to do with tenants, so it was a little stressful for me. However, it all settled down by now. Even though yesterday I still had to run around to go to places to move stuff. But everything settled down today. But I do have a couple of announcements. We still continue to have our Tuesday morning meetup in the church cafe, just like local good cafe. It's called Source Cafe in the Friendship Church in Grapevine. So if you have anyone who's close in that area, you want to stop by every Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. So everyone is welcome. It's another coffee meetup. And also, we have our training this Wednesday. It's the first Wednesday of the month. So we're going to talk about liens, all kinds of liens on properties, hosted by our group, but taught by Tiago Title. And usually when they come, they will bring some snacks and drinks, and they never disappoint. So if you have people who want to learn about liens, just come join us Wednesday at Daniel's office. Another thing that is so exciting, and Sam, are you still here? Sam, I'm going to Boston Build. So whoever is interested going to the Northeast New England area, please come. Let me know. We go together. I signed up for a speaker. So I'm going to speak at the Build Boston.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
please come, please come. I got selected. I actually had to send some videos of myself, some resume, and I got selected. I'm so excited. This will be my very first time to speak at the conference. I'm really nervous. So I hope that you can come with me and support me in Boston. So Sam, I'll look you up and we'll get together.
You're doing
Yes.
really good, Teresa. And
Next
you
up
guys
is
connect and invite people like, hey, my partner Teresa is going to be in Boston speaking. Create a flyer, send out that flyer. That's the easiest thing. If you can't get yourself to Boston, it's okay. Create it like, hey, go see Teresa, right? And then figure out what the promo code and all that. Figure that out. So thank you, Teresa. Thank you for
Oh,
stepping up.
thank you for reminding me. I need to figure out if there's a promo code.
That's right. All right.
Yeah, I'll
Erica.
typically be volunteering for the Boston Build event. I did it last year, and then I'll probably do it this year. So definitely hit me
Yeah,
up.
you two connect
Yeah,
and then
we need
start
to
building it
connect,
out.
Sam. I'll
Yep.
text you. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Erica, Houston.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I am in Houston safely. So it was a great event. And I am so glad to drive 4.5 hours driving by myself. It was great. I mean, I think that this build was one of the best one. And I learned so much. And as everybody says, I'd like to especially thanks Daniel for the accommodation in B&B. It was super fabulous. I really enjoy it. And it's very important to show up and attend. And you can always watch that, live stream or YouTube, but attending the live event is totally different because you actually meet the speakers and then, attendees and connect in person. So I made a new connection in Dallas and not many people from Houston. So, if I come from Houston, people remember me that I'm from Houston. So this is very important. And of course, every time I attend the event, I feel overwhelmed because there are so many information, but I always take the one things to implement. As long as I learn one thing to change that my business, I think that's great. So don't get overwhelmed and just take one to put in action next day because once, week later, we will forget. So just take that, very important things, like one thing is great. And for my own win, I'm about to go to closing. And I just look, so many people know that I do a lot of relocation leasing. So I look at my list. I already did 91 deals, including lease. So I already hit the cap, but I'm 100% sure that I'm going to hit that 6 times icon. So I'm so pleased. So please, don't get distracted. Just do one thing every day and everybody can win. So thank you so much, everybody, and good seeing you. And I will see you in October for ARIA convention. Thank you.
Thank you, Erica. And I'll hope to see you beforehand. 91 transactions so far just this year. Those leases, those are small amounts, but it's a lot of work. Leases, and it's a lot of work. And, to do a lot of leases just the cap and then to continue it on to do more. And of course, home sales and things like that. But there's an opportunity, and, Erica, when you get your stock this year or soon, it's at a low rate, low price share, which is good.
Ah.
They don't average out your other stuff because you probably got some at 30, some at 20, some at 10, whatever it is. But the low one, when it goes back up, that will help your other ones out
Exactly,
too. So
exactly.
it's an overall thing. So I'm excited for all those that are coming in and getting the stock at a low price, because that's the time to get it. Teresa, did you raise your hand again?
Yes, I just want to say, well, first of all, congratulations to Erico. I'm pretty sure you will get there. 91 is so impressive, so impressive. And then I know leases are a lot more work than sales. I have to say, I do it all the day, all day long. Okay, I just want to say one thing that I had a new agent this weekend. She was so brave and she asked a question. It was so funny that she's like, "How? What do I do when I get started?" And she signed up last night. So thanks to everyone for the support, because the build event was such an impressive and such a successful event. And it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the team. It was the team. It was the company. It was all the speakers. It was all the volunteers that actually made her move. She was interviewing a lot of the brokers. She finally picked our broker. It wasn't me. So I want to thank everyone here, including everyone sitting around me that's supporting her when she was trying to kind of fill out the environment, and she signed up. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Teresa. Yes, big things happen at big events. It's really important that you guys learn how to invite. I mean, don't EXP all over you. Just invite them to the event. Gene Frederick took care of the guest passes. I mean, he's covering those. That's a $200 ticket that he's paying for every guest that we invited this time, and that's an honor. I mean, I'm really grateful for that. I mean, that's why last minute, like, hey, invite a guest, because there's an opportunity. I think I was looking at the list of attendees. I think I over extended my guest passes with people, but you know what? When there's opportunity, you got to go after it. So, Lucio, thank you. What's up?
Hi, how you doing? Yeah, I was able to go Friday. I couldn't make it on Saturday, but it was a great meeting. It was nice to see you there, Daniel, on a stage. It was open-minded for me because this is my first meeting, and I mean big meeting with EXP, and really opened my mind to see people that are really making it, not only in production but also in building their own team. So I'm really excited to start working on building my own team too. And on my side, I think I called you a couple of days ago for asking for the commercial. I got a new client now. He's looking for a restaurant. At the beginning, he was looking for a second generation restaurant, but now I have a meeting this Saturday with him, and then he's looking to build it. So it's completely different. I need to find a lot and helping to build. It's kind of new for me, so I might need some advice from you or from somebody who can help me out with this project. So I would really appreciate we can have a call maybe today or tomorrow. And I got last week also an offer accepted for one of my buyers, working with another buyer to get qualification, and that's it. I have two listings that are coming slow, as everybody knows. Take some time to sell because these are one of them is kind of far away. It's in the middle of countryside, so it's taking some time to sell that one. But yeah, I'm working on getting more leads.
All right. Thank you, Lucio. Yeah, just let us know. Judy, Katie, we're here. I'm here. Let's figure out your client's true needs and the cost, especially if he's going to develop a building. There's a lot to it, and just there's a lot of questions that are unanswered right now just by having that.
Yeah,
So,
this client is
yep,
people I know. I've helped me to find a restaurant to rent 2 years ago in 2024,
yep,
and
yep,
they're doing super great.
yep,
And now they want to open another one, but they want to build their own
yeah,
building.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll connect, and then let's see what area. So we might have some stuff. I have a single building in Dallas that maybe they want to take over that. But anyways, we'll connect.
All right. Right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. All righty. Who else? Anyone else? Physical hands? Anyone physical hands? All right. Well, really grateful for everyone. It takes a village to get these big events going. But at the same time is how do we become a professional inviter? just invite, right? There's so many things that we can invite people to, and and really, what's your why? Why do we want to invite them? It's not just recruiting them, it's actually trying to share, hey, this is a community that I belong to. Do you want to belong here? Right? You got to feel like this is your community. You're building it together. And so just make sure you got your why straight and you understand it. And then the follow-up game is going to be very important. I have agent. I invited some people, and then some other people invited other people, and they met me. And I have 4 people meeting me this afternoon because the other group wants me to co-sponsor, and they're following up. And they already set it up last night, and I'm excited to meet them and just go over stuff. And then those people invited guests. Those guests are coming too. So this week is the follow-up week. Like, schedule coffees, schedule like, hey, did you enjoy it? So we got a lot. I mean, these events are very important, right? So don't do it last minute. I mean, there's so many events that are happening. Just make sure that you have your CRM. You either have your Google sheet, you either have it on paper. Who are these friends of yours? You got to have something. You look at Brent Gove. Brent Gove had a yellow pad, and just the people that he wanted to talk. Don't make it complicated, right? But don't rely on me to help follow up, because I cannot remember. Like, I've got so big now that I cannot remember all the people, because these are the people that you are intentionally wanting to invite and follow up. Okay. So if there's anything you do, just show me the list. Like, hey, or schedule a call with me. Like, show me your sheet. Like, these are the people. Tell me about them, and then let's figure out a plan. Right? I'm available. So don't think I'm not available. I mean, after this call, I'm just doing work here. So what we're gonna do when school starts, and I talked to Brandon about this. I was like, Monday we have a huddle. Tuesday and Thursdays, I plan, like, you guys should be doing trainings. Wednesdays, I'm going to do a growth call on Zoom. So I don't know what time yet. I haven't figured that out because I want to see our leaders. I don't want to be by myself on a growth call, right? I want our leaders that really want to grow, and it could be in the afternoon, it could be in the evening. But I'm going to have a growth call every week, and then on Fridays. So after coffee, right? So if you invite people to coffee and they're ready to, like, want me to explain, I'm gonna do an explain model every Friday at the office, and you guys can invite to that. If they can't make coffee, then they go straight to the explain. But my goal is to, get a routine going for the semester coming up, if we're in a school semester, right? So from at least from September to beginning of December, that will be my schedule. So I'll have Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and then Tuesday and Thursdays, you guys, or especially the newer agents, they got to go through training. And then Wednesday, of course, Teresa has training as well. So, but Tuesday, just think of the T's as training days, right? And then Monday, Wednesday, Friday is a call or meetup. There's community, right? So there's no excuse of not seeing people, right? Because I hear that a lot. It's like, well, there's nothing going on. I'm like, what do you mean there's nothing going on? There's plenty of stuff going on. So, but at least for that schedule, that's what my schedule is going to be, and I'm gonna and keep me accountable to it. Make sure I am, planning that out. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be here right now. It's around 9:45. I'll stop the live stream, and appreciate everyone's gratitude and prayers and everything. Um, and just listening to speakers. Sometimes Paul is doing a great thing because he has his event in August. I forgot I put that on the slide today too. I need the flyer for that, Paul. But sharing stories, if you were at day one, you heard Raven, and I was so proud of her for sharing her story about you know taking her. She almost took her life. We don't know what's going on with people's lives. We see all this, someone's seeing a lot of deals, doing a lot. So you find that, right? She told me her story last year, and I broke down because I was texting her in May, like asking her to help out with some stuff, and she responded. But in April is when she was in the hospital. And then, I had a deeper conversation with her, and I broke down because I'm like, I thought I knew somebody and I didn't. And you know, so you need to put time sometimes, like your organization that you're building, take a little time off, not just about growth, get to know them, see what's going on, you know, be intentional, right? There's no way for me to know every 400 people, but I will be there, you know, because there's other people's personality. They don't share everything, which is fine, right? Hopefully they have a person to talk to, you know, or guide them that way, right? We're not here to be a therapist for everybody, but at the same time, it's like, you know, find people or guide them to the right person to talk to because, you know, everyone has a story. Paul is great, very great on getting people to share their stories and getting to know people.